For the first time, we are hearing on camera from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints on their federal lawsuit over the Mormon Stories podcast. In a new court filing today, the church argues against dismissing the lawsuit after attorneys for podcast host John DeLynn petitioned the court for that earlier this year. The church's lawsuit, filed in April, alleges trademark and copyright infringement. It claims using the term Mormon and use of similar imagery, style, colors, and type font confuses the public and makes some believe the podcast is connected to or endorsed by the church, which it is not.
Travis Wayne Goodsell. I am well aware of how cheap the church is, and how they want to get people to work for free, to provide service for the church, so that they don't have to pay you. I am well aware that those people who are desperate to do some work, if they have to get paid, or if they're on government disability and can work for free for the church, are what's called special. I'm well aware of this. But Oaks, why are you putting special people in the Strengthening Church Members Committee who graduated with a pass-fail grade because taking tests was too stressful for them and need to have their emotional support animal with them? You allow animals in the COB now? And who are so heavily medicated their whole life since being born, being told by the psychologist that vaccines caused autism. We can help them with the rest of their life. Make sure your insurance can cover this. We'll provide the help your mentally retarded kid needs. Because, dear God, they suck at their job giving a return and report on me. Or you're just not listening, Oaks. And so whether or not you let them have the day off, which seems unlikely, because you're a work by the sweat of your brow type of guy for other people. Whereas you sit on your throne and give orders to cause people's death. Because apparently your fear to flee the country had you mistakenly believe that was going to be your death day. When I made it very clear it's likely not to be. That's the message day. And did you get the message, Oaks, for your birthday? 3 days of messages. Did you get them? Because you still haven't signed it over to me. So, all the rest of you, plug your ears. Plug your ears, come on. Don't listen. I'm going to talk exclusively to the special church service missionaries of the Strengthening Church Members Committee, specifically the dumbass who gets assigned to me. What's the date today? 21st day, 8th month, 2026. How many times does 7 go into 21? Let me help you. 3. What is the significance when reporting on me of the number 7 and 8. Let me remind you, Hinckley Dream, 18 years ago. Can you figure it out from your notes? What happened on the 28th of August, 2008? 18 years ago? That's the Hinckley Dream. It's coming, Oaks. So, how many more days until the 28th? Give you a hint. 7. How many 7s go into 28? Is this too complicated? Are you gripping your emotional support animal a little too tightly? Don't hurt them. 4. Now, do you remember before Oaks' birthday? Going way back to May 29th? I had 2 sets of 4 dreams. And then 2 sets of 2. Happy birthday, Oaks. Now, have you been learning from me about what the Spirit is? Oh, so hard. Can't I just participate? Tell Oaks I participated. And you expect Oaks will let you keep your head? Let's go over it again. Oh man, you're really hating today, aren't you? Whether it's today, or Monday. You got the case of the Mondays. Everybody wants to be a gangster. Yep, everything I have accumulated in my life is all right up in my brain. And you have to be able to figure out every single one of it to know exactly how to fully report me accurately. And you never can, and you never will. And Oaks knows this, right? SPRT. To be the head of the church. Oaks denies it. Hopes it goes away. Tells Mormons about some other feeling stuff to write in your journals. And instead, here I am, rocking you like a hurricane. Are you able to figure this out from the signs in the heaven that I put in this morning's video, I hope? Because it's today, it's with the rest of the pictures that I'm going to be flooding my video with at the beginning. Or should I punish everybody and put them at the end? We're definitely not doing a video segment per news issue this time. We're throwing them all in together. S for seer, visions, and dreams. Remember? Did you forget already? 2 sets of 4 and 2 sets of 2. And then happy birthday, Oaks. But we're not done yet. And then prophet for P. P is not for cookie. And it's not good enough for Oaks. Because Nelson only had 3 dreams last year. Just 3. Oh no, oh Nelson, I had a bread dream. Oh no, Nelson, I had a flood dream. Oh crap, Nelson, I had a C is for cookie dream. Can you remember from your notes which chapter in Judges? Give you a little help there. That Nelson was involved with? Give you a hint. 19. Nelson was Judges chapter 19. And so, for my P for prophet, what book of Judges is Oaks? 3. And so, did you pay attention to my videos with the signs in the heaven pictures? Are you, as the supervisor of the Strengthening Church Members Committee, handing out my videos separately to these people to let them share in the glory of my videos? Are you really that mentally retarded? Because that requires that every single one of your employees know every single one of my reports. Because they can't report me independently to be accurate. God, you guys suck. The moon passed over the scales of judgment. How many days? 3. Rock you like a hurricane. See, the star Akrab is named after the Arabic word from Islam, 600 CE. And they, plagiarizing the Bible, just like the Book of Mormon, is referring to judgment and Akrab in regards to the fall of woman, of course. The man doesn't fall that man might be. The woman fell. You guys should have made sure that the Bible was translated correctly. You know, like the Book of Mormon that plagiarizes stuff and then corrects the translation that was wrong. Even apostates miss that process. the fall, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. That was yesterday. Because today, I stand alone. Boom. Scorpion King. What does Rock You Like a Hurricane and Scorpion King have to do in common? Is this too complicated? I'm too stressed. Give me more drugs. Give me more drugs. Ehud and Eglon. King Eglon. The birthday boy. You don't mess with me, Oaks. And so, yep, calendar, date, and clock time here. Revelator. And obviously, translator. Ehud. From the Paleo-Hebrew. So who's got the spirit? Get your auto pen and start typing. Travis Wayne Goodsell, troublemaker file number 36434, has the spirit. S.P. little I, because these others are capitalized. Capital R dot little I capital T dot. Travis Wayne Goodsell is a seer, prophet, revelator, translator. President Dallin Harris Oaks, you got to put in the full name of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. To rig the algorithms, to censor critics. Coming up. Is not and denies them and fled the country because he was so afraid. Now, repeat after me again. How many days until the 28th? 7. And how many 7s are in 28? And ask Oaks, what the hell did you do with my mama that she is risen from the zombie apocalypse? Bad enough that Todd didn't want to tell me she was dead. Todd has always feared me. At least he's that smart. Right, Gilbert? So, Judges chapter 1, Judges chapter 2, Judges chapter 3, starting in verse 12. Because there's a little parentheses marker at the beginning of the verse for a new story. 18 years, huh, Oaks? Did they forget to put that in the report? I made sure to be very specific when I did the video. Seems like forever ago. You know, I know they have to memorize everything in order to keep up with me as best as possible. All this just comes naturally to me. I have to exercise though. And I have peanuts every day. Peanut butter sandwiches. So I get my peanut. You guys are dumber than bricks. I warn, you don't believe, and then you attack with crime, thinking you're gonna get me and shut me up. Did it work for his birthday? Bunch of mental retards. All the censoring, cyber terrorism, censoring me on YouTube, and it still rocked Oaks like a hurricane, causing him so much fear that he fled the country. Is Suarez still alive? Do we need to call out a proof of life for Suarez? Was he that upset that he didn't go and do the temple himself because it's his country? Nobody else covered that. Everybody else, I guess, forgot that Suarez is Brazilian. That he'd been going to Brazil to prepare the minds and hearts of the people to apostatize, second only to the state of Utah. Here I am, rocking like a hurricane. So, Oaks, the chief judge. This was supposed to be you, wasn't it? And it still gets to be. Oh no! Oh no! Are you gonna try to accuse me when it comes? Like they did to Nephi. The brother killed the king. Go and ask him this question. Say exactly the same words. And then he'll be forced to confess. Is this supposed to be you? And is it still going to be you? Ooh, 13 now. Uh-oh. Here I am. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Rock you like a hurricane. Because now with Ehud and Eglon, I see this differently. Because instead of happening as it was supposed to for 2020, because that's the calendar date that's given here, you instead ran a test run. And so now I know that you knew that I know in advance and told you in advance, my letter to the presidency of the 70. That should still be in my troublemaker file, number 36434. That you knew that I knew of what was coming for 2020. And it all happened. That Moses guy, resurrected from the grave, came and sued Pharaoh, also resurrected from the grave. Zombie apocalypse is here. Creeping death is everywhere. Parting of the waters, suing in Pharaoh's court. And yet you ran a test run, did you? And I didn't find out about that until November 2024. And then, oh crap, I was inspired to check for Nelson's book. Sure enough, you finished it. but you didn't make it available as a complete book. So I had to work on it piece by piece. And in the process of working on it piece by piece, oh crap, folks. You again leaked information? Knowing, well, not back then. Were you that confident it was gonna happen in 2020? Even though it was a test run? That all of the Mormons who died, you are responsible for? Demanding Mormon sacrifice. And you think you're going to get away with this, huh? Despite the curse of Joseph Smith, the curse of Emmanuel, and oh my God, you've now included the curse of my mama. What the hell? You know, I know Trump purposely wants to be the underdog for each election that comes up. But you're losing, Oaks. This is not good for you. You're not getting it. You got a major malfunction in your brain, not just that you think Jesus is speaking to you and telling you to murder people. Jesus said, murder everyone, treat them like a terrorist. But I warned you when you lowered the age to 18, when Trump again failed. So you're resuming things. Did your Strengthening Church Members Committee forget to report that? Or did they forget? Notice how I didn't forget? Because my brain doesn't function on monkey see, monkey do, regurgitate on the test. Remember? No. Fiskin, 5th grade. Do not have any one of these sister missionaries die. And then they started their mission in July. And those girls who went to Athens were met with the fiery, flaming, burning Jesus. You are crossing the red line, Oaks. You honestly think you're going to get away with this? Have you never read the great prophet Jesus? Not the warrior king Jesus or the Roman period Jesus. The one that's plagiarized in the Book of Mormon, errors and all. Remember, translator? Isaiah is the same spelling as Jesus and Joshua and Hosea. It's amazing how many Mormons you've deceived over the generations, when you always deny the gifts and powers of the Spirit of God. So, and I told you repeatedly about section 107 or 101, verse 51 in the parable by Joseph Smith about the coming destruction of Salt Lake City. I feel safe in Salt Lake City. Oh boy, and I found the Joseph Smith papers because a Mormon thought he was going to defend the church by saying, there's a document that Mr. Hale signed with Junior for the land in Susquehanna County. Travis. Really? And how much money did Joseph spend on that piece of land? How much does it cost to publish a book back in those days? And did you check the county to ask them if it was actually called Harmony when that date occurred? But thank you for letting me know about the Joseph Smith papers. And I found 19 July 1840. I've been wanting to find that one out because Mormons lie. I can't trust them. So many Mormon myths going around. Nobody cares to know the origins, even when they leave the church. Yeah, it ain't the hanging by a thread. It's upon the brink of ruin. And then, oh, look! Brigham's going to be the causation of it. Oh, look! Brigham's going to murder Joseph. No wonder it's not in our scriptures. But Oakes is going to publish John Taylor's polygamy revelations next year? Just like you changed the law of chastity for the test run. Amazing. Those Kingstons were obedient, but you're punishing them. Utah decriminalized polygamy. What's going on? Why are you taking the kids away? That was the whole point. It's to not break up families. Prepare for your polygamy. America is being divided. And finally, the nation is not catching on still. You know, when Doggy came out, the news was reporting it. Oh, this federal agency's gone. This federal agency's gone. Oh, crap, that one's now gone. And yeah, judges stepped in to stop it and put them back. So phase 2, you get the Vince McMahon's wife, Ronald K. McDonald Jr. and Noah, FEMA being gutted and destroyed, and all this that's happening. News can't figure out what Trump's up to. Is it just me who knew this? I know they knew about Project 2025 and now Project 2026. And if Trump fails again, Project 2027 to 2028 for the presidential election. Dear God, how many more extensions do you guys need to do your 200-year-old plot? Because I guess I'm just a natural. I did my part. And I'm having to do it again. Sure enough, another body of water. I parted it. Yeah, got the keys of Moses too. Did you not put that in your report to Oaks? This church doesn't belong to him. It belongs to me. And I warned Oaks, do not tamper with the little girls who all want to go out on missions to leave the state of Utah, get the hell out of here and see the world, and then come back and leave the church. So you're having them murdered, Oaks? You crossed the line. I told you not to do it. So, yep. 3 Nephi chapter 7. Alrighty, let's get to the news. Joe Rogan. I don't know how popular this guy is. I guess we need to find out. Get online, put myself at risk for a cyber terrorist attack, because the church is so true. They have nothing to fear. Nobody dares to make them afraid or molest or make afraid. It's not about censoring critics, Travis. We all know he lied. We all know you lied. We all know your lawyers lie. So, powerful JRE? Is that Joe Rogan Experience? Okay. 3 hour of content videos, huh? Huh, he does one a day too. Wow. Who would have known? So now we got a YouTube advertisement, an AI chick who just shot an alien, and they're refusing to get this thing set up so that I can click pause. What the hell? He's got a third eye with a whacked out face. Okay, I see what. Oh, are these guys you interview? Yeah. Okay. So 567K, 381K, 562K, 820K, 2.1 million. Who's this? I have no clue who they are. 497K, 282K, 825K, 557K, 1.6 mil. Oh, Andrew Wilson. Yep, he makes an appearance in today's episode. Yep. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Everybody knows social media allows the whole world to know what's going on. And Joe Rogan's podcast puts national spotlight on homelessness. I feel safe in Salt Lake City. I feel safe in Salt Lake City. Not New York. Not New York. I've been doing live from the streets reporting on this one. Yep. So Mark Norman, or Ari Shafir. No, is it Shane Gillis? Yeah, Shane Gillis. Okay, so it's not the other guy that never mind. Okay. So, Mark Norman, you go to Salt Lake City, you get chased. Joe Rogan, they have bad homeless. They have bad homeless, it's a question mark. Ari Shafir, Salt Lake City is bad for homeless. Yeah, bad for residents of Utah. Salt Lake City. And then there's one more, Shane Gillis. There's supposed to be Show More. I didn't click on Show More. I'd most likely end up going to X. When I started stand-up in Salt Lake, he's the guy. Does Mormon comedy when he comes to Salt Lake. I thought this was the nicest, cleanest city. It is the cleanest. Like a mafia town. Then we landed and there was 10 homeless. Just 10? That must have been years ago. Because the report last year was that the homeless were now making their new home there by the airport. Okay. Then Heidi Hatch, KUTV 2. Why'd you guys leave off the 2? Homelessness in Salt Lake City is getting national attention. Yay! The whole world is knowing about us. Oh, Heidi. This is not a good thing. Utah homeless crisis. Yeah? What did you think was going to happen with the housing crisis? What do you think the consequence would have been? Come on, people. Consequences. Arizona. So, Maricopa, Arizona. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Maricopa. Sunday, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. That's 3. You're not supposed to have 3-hour segments. Well, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12. Yeah, what's going on with the 3? What's going on? I thought we had it cut down to... And so I can only assume that therefore 9 to 10, 10 to 11, but then 11 to 12. And so I'm assuming therefore that there's an overlap at 10 for 10 to 11 and then 11 to 12. Same thing with the 1 to 4. So they're able to have 4 wards meet in that one building at 45235 West Honeycutt Avenue, Maricopa, Arizona 85139. And then just wow. Yeah, you guys, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Because this is 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 20565 North Homestead Drive, Maricopa, Arizona 85138. Am I getting the right accent? Never lived in Arizona, never been to Arizona. Well, unless we went on vacation there during the summer times. I know we went to Four Corners once. So most likely I stepped in Arizona. But yeah, wow. And then 9 to 4 p.m. for the one at 37280 West Bolin Road. Why would I be bringing up Maricopa? Because I pay attention to the news. And nowadays, whenever something happens in the news, and I can always see if I have to check. Was a Mormon involved? Oh, yep, there they are. You're slaughtering Mormons, Oaks, in Arizona. Heat wave is back. Back in Utah, too. Parting more waters. And so, yeah, wow. Then total Arizona is 371 locations. Snowflake. Senator Snowflake. Oh, he's from Nevada. So, I'm very curious about what happened. Who dropped the ball at YouTube? I'm aware of the other anomalies, and maybe that's just another one, but it was very soon after I did the videos. And it specifically targeted those two videos. That's an anomaly. Because the others, because I think that one's like 200, 300 views for that spike. I couldn't figure out where it was divided among. YouTube doesn't allow me the stats to figure this out. So I don't know who therefore were the ones who watched, or maybe it was just one person with multiple bots. Do they still do that these days? And who would be doing that to boost up my ratings? Nobody likes me. The church covers me up and hides me as porn. Like a woman. So this was unique. It was on those videos. 49 and 47 in 3 hours. That's a breakout. Something's up. I hadn't checked for today yet. What happened overnight. As to when the YouTube Mormon employee panicked and was called in to work. Oh, there's breakouts on. Get them. Shut them down. Shut them down now. Oaks is going to have my head. So, the fall of the great and abominable church. I warned you, you're not listening. You can't hear me. It's unbelievable. It's all some private files, right? No. Where are you? Here I am. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Oh, they're there. Rocking like a hurricane. So, it'd be the expanded one, so we don't need this one anymore. Now up to 20. Potential causes for the fall. Several of these have happened. Several of these are in progress. And obviously, those that are in progress and have happened are requiring others in conjunction. Since the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is false, therefore, it's the great and abominable church of the devil. Your big clue was the inverted pentagrams on the keystone of the doors of the Salt Lake Temple. And then for higher level learning, the Eagle Gate with its inverted pentagram, which was Brigham Young's Ponderosa Arch, then put there at State Street at the Church Administration Building. Number 47 East South Temple. Hey, isn't President Trump number 47? Isn't 47 an Illuminati insurrection of Freemasonry? 33 degrees. This one's 47. For the square and compass on your boobs, Mormons. Shh, don't tell. Death penalty of the blood oath atonement. Yep. Prophets flee. Oakes was running a test run for his birthday. But a 9/11 event is coming. And also, as I read to you from Nelson, they know that it is crucial that we gather to Zion before this event comes, before the Mormon Civil War, before the American Civil War, before World War III. They're coming in the coming days. In the coming days. So, I even added to the picture, after your birthday was done, and the 3 days, I then put next. On the day of the one that was next. But there it is, the 28th of August, reddish moon. Here it comes. You're not listening. You're not giving a full report. It is not well. Do it over, Jesus. You failed, you loser. The curse of Joseph Smith, my hell. This is gonna be massive, Oaks. I told you, I warned you. And you want to go down in history as the villain of all times. Did you not read the book of Isaiah? Did you not hear what he wrote about you? Jesus, he wrote about you. Do you really want me to read it to your audience, my audience? Oaks? My hell. He has nothing nice to say about you. And it's going to be humiliating. See, when Monson died, that was massive. And I was impressed. Nelson? It was me and the 3 dreams. But you? Oh my God, you've even got a comparison match with Monson? And already it's bigger? Now that your birthday's come and gone? Damn, Oaks. What the hell, man? You've got something seriously going on mentally in your brain. Those drugs have really done a number on you. Get the auto pen and sign it over now. Because something's coming to cause the fall. And what happened yesterday was 2 of those moments. John Dehlin was the obvious one for locally. That really didn't go national. But there was some stuff in there that everybody knows it's a fraud. But first, because these are the order that they were put in, we're going over the order. Candace Owens. Oh, damn. She rocked it like a hurricane. And she's Joe Rogan quality. 1.2 million. And she calls it out. aggravated murder for Tyler Robinson. That the prosecution must prove beyond a reasonable doubt. And I've already gone over with you, KUTV2 already presented more than enough reasonable doubt. Oh, you broke the chain of custody multiple times and you can't repair it? And we're still going? Yeah, this is something that the world does not know of, because only Utah uses spiritual witness feelings in the courtroom. And this is not good for Utah. You're not going to be a light to the world to how to do things. Maybe for Trump. Maybe. But the rest of the world knows Tyler Robinson didn't do it. There's more than enough reasonable doubt. And I've been telling you the whole time, and then Candace confirmed it as she showed the videos. Yep. But she also showed that that guy tried to cover up and hide and tamper with the evidence. And yet that's what was presented in the courtroom that the judge saw also. And Candace got to see it and show it to us. Over 1 million have seen the footage of the shot that took out Charlie Kirk coming from that direction. No blood out the back. Ooh, blood splatter on the left hand. So where's the Luze building again, prosecution? And you're just going to continue to go on. It was a good thing you had that replacement for the medical examiner, because if the medical examiner would read the report, he would have said in the right part of the neck into the C2 vertebrae, and that would have caused a stir. That would have ruined your plans to have a trial to delay this further. This is not good. If this goes to trial, people are going to know it's a conspiracy that they already know it is. That this is a sham court case, like John DeLane's. And here Utah is in the spotlight. Now, this is where I'm struggling with, because I thought Oakes was an intelligent man to at least some degree, but then he fled the country because he didn't know. Do you not know of consequences, Oakes? That when you do something, there's going to be an equal and opposite reaction? Oh, that's physics? You only deal with law and screw that up with spiritual witness feelings? Dear God. There are consequences. If you ban porn, you know that sex crimes are going to skyrocket. If you push for religious freedom to overthrow the Constitution of the United States of America, you're going to get YouTube thinking that as a corporation, they don't have to follow the law either. Because they've got your religious standards and values for their community guidelines. Oh, wow. Ooh, sucks to be Zuckerberg. $1 trillion lawsuit? Damn. Ooh, YouTube's coming up. Oakes set you guys up. Remember 2019 with the name change? Rigging the algorithms? These people don't adhere to your algorithms. They're outside of the box. And this is a flank maneuver that you're not seeing coming, Oaks. I see it. I warned you. You didn't want to listen. I don't have to lift a single finger other than to type out my dream to make the videos. You guys are so afraid of me that you drop the ball. You're not seeing the consequences. Because even though the church may still avoid the conflict that's coming for Tyler Robinson, that everybody knows he's innocent, the church could end up experiencing collateral damage. But also yesterday, the Young Turks, Anna Kasparian, whom I thought was cool and awesome until October 7th. And then she broke my heart. She's a trans Antifa furry terrorist of Islamic persuasion. As an Armenian. Nonetheless, when she's not talking about how the Jews need to be exterminated with the Holocaust, she interviewed Candace. And added to it 488K last night about that video that Candace got 1.2 million. Not seeing it coming, Oaks. I got powers. And so, John Dehlin. Yeah. There's no way that spiritual witness feelings are going to get you a win here in Utah, Oaks. I think you know this by now. Because I found out 2 weeks ago the ACLU and another freedom thing are defending John Dehlin in this lawsuit. There's no way in hell you're going to win. And this is targeting the church directly. You think you're going to win with religious freedom? And John, if you're listening, I told you to put in the documents that I linked you to about how the church is illegal fraud and therefore can't sue. You didn't listen. And here we go. Extension, extension, extension. Oh, hell. Everybody thinks they know better. I want that picture. Am I going to be able to get it? Filing LDS Church, John Dehlin. See if I can find it. Cause a delay. So yesterday, the church made a big to-do about nothing. To come out and lie. This isn't about censoring critics. It's about rigging the algorithms that we did back in 2019 so that John Dehlin no longer is affiliated in the algorithms with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. He can criticize the church all he wants. You know, Travis is a perfect example of how Travis is a critic of the church, and we don't you do censor me through the algorithms because of the change you made. See, the church has the upper hand. Their channels are called the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And so what Oaks is doing with John Dehlin isn't, it's multi-thronged as he thinks he's so clever with. I'm going to go back and figure out what to title was Filing LDS Church, John Dolan. Filing LDS Church, John Dolan. I'm not seeing that video now. Crap. I want that picture. Does red news. Nope. It's only, oh, there it is. There we go. Just have to do a cut and paste. Okay. Good. Good. So that's what it's really all about, that John Dolan is getting sideswiped on, and Oaks' flank maneuver, as he thinks. In 2019, Nelson came out and said Jesus is offended with nicknames. Everybody fell for it. He rigged the algorithms of search engines as well as social media platforms with the change in the name, so that in the algorithms, when anybody types in LDS Church, Mormon, which everybody does, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints pops up first and all the way down the feed. This was an attempt to get rid and silence critics, specifically John Dolan, who's very popular at that time, and intending for Alyssa Grenfell. But, as we have now been aware, they've only been able to silence me. Alyssa Grenfell and John Dolan and some others still are getting lots of views and having people leave the church in mass numbers. And this is what Oaks is attempting to do here, is plug up the holes so that people in the church are dumb, don't know that they need to leave and flee for their lives because Oaks is coming to murder everybody. And I don't, because I'm well aware Moroni 29, or yeah, Mosiah 29. King Mosiah is talking about King Noah and the consequences of an unrighteous king. Where's your crown, king? Nothing, Oaks. It was hilarious when my dad thought he could shut me up. It's about an unrighteous king who loses his crown for his unrighteousness. My dad's smart enough to catch on, and he got angry, lost his countenance, stormed off to his bedroom and slammed the door. You don't mess with Metallica, Dad. It's mandatory. They're essential for Latter-day Saints. 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, Creeping Death. Enter Sandman. The Songs of Zion in the Exodus. Metallica. Awesome. Master of Puppets in the Vanguard Company. The whole album. just to give the bird the Benson. They came out right before conference. And then Benson dared shut it down. Hell no. That was my bedtime stories. Rocking me to sleep. And so, yes, what Oakes is thinking is to shut up critics. That if he can make it so that anybody who uses any image, any color of the church has to be banned from doing video content, any kind of posting or anything like that, then those who go to the search engines, whether it's the internet or the social media channels, platforms, will not recognize church criticism. And thus the algorithms won't recognize it with the church, and thus create a wider gap, so that people will not be able to find criticism of the church. You'd have to already know preset channels to go to. You guys aren't doing it for me? Seriously? After all that I've helped you apostates out with? You're betraying me? What the hell, guys? And so that's the bigger picture of what's going on. But again, this is also a flank maneuver that's coming around to bite Oakes. Gonna get you in your Achilles heel. So yeah, the spokesperson lied. Oakes lies. Lawyers lie. Their court document is perjury. They perjured themselves when this is not to silence critics, because it's all about silencing critics. That's their whole intention. And they think that they can lie about it, saying, oh no, copyright trademark of colors. John DeLynn made it very clear with the posting of the Fair Use Act. Notice I put it in my Fox 13 News clip, YouTube. You gotta back off. Fair, free use. Everything in that law I conform and comply with. But yeah, I caught AI YouTube telling me that we don't have to follow the laws of the United States of America because we're a corporation. We're exempt. Oops. Is that why you're getting sued and losing? Yep. Who told you you didn't have to follow the law? Who put that in the programming? Just like Nelson, religious freedom to not be criticized. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. Electronic Freedom Foundation. That's the other company or group. 2 weeks ago, the ACLU stepped in to help John DeLynn along with the Electric Freedom Foundation. Is that the electric company? I never really watched that show. Boring. Give me more Sesame Street. C is for cookie. Oops. Bye-bye, Nelson. And so, yeah, this is not good for the church. To have the ACLU suing the church. You opened up a hornet's nest on this one. The bees ain't making their honey for you anymore. The Mormons are mad. The Mormon Church is suing John Lynn and Mormon Stories. Mormon Stories podcast has been around for over 20 years. Alyssa Grenfell. Yeah, she too was involved with this one to help boost the numbers, to be making this aware to all the world. Yeah, and there's others that are using the logos just like I did. Official statement. Bleep you. The Fair Use Act allows us to do this, allows us to criticize, and in order to criticize, we have to use your logos and trademarks to demonstrate to people who we're talking about. Fair use. We are not the church. We are discussing, criticizing, educating, reporting, etc. Talking about religious subject matter. We are all protected till the conflict is o'er. Unhappy as oaks. Unhappy as oaks. So, yep. On the third day of the scales of judgment at the fall, ooh, look, the first quarter moon. The 3.666666666666. It's actually 6.666, but third quarter, or first quarter. Dear God, Oaks. What the hell is wrong with you, man? So, yep. Rock you like a hurricane. A little close up there with my Urim and Thummim. Yeah, that one's more with the judgment scales. This other one is with Scorpion. I warn, and it's like Oaks is a 1980s blonde. What was your actual hair color? You've been bald for so long. I don't think anybody knows. And of course, the reports should have included this sign in the heavens of where Mercury is right now and has been over the last 3 days. The mouth of Leo, Judah, Utah, phonetically the same. Ehud, warning, King Eglon Oaks. Hell. Hell. Cygnus. You are no match for me. So yesterday I found out at 2 p.m. when I checked. It's actually 2:02. After 2:02. USDebtClock.org, right? Yeah, USDebtClock.org. And so, yeah, I knew that we passed $40 trillion in national debt. Has the stock market still creating a massive bubble for AI, puffing it up where there's nothing there for it. It's all in the cloud. Yep. A big boom in the economy is coming. And I'm not talking about a gold rush boom. I'm talking an explosive boom of major proportions. think the dogs and cats are going to be wanting to living together. Total pandemonium. But yeah, this is not good for America. We're coming up on September, which means the budget have to be dealt with. Need to find that date, because the news isn't talking about it yet. It's usually around the start of fall. When is the federal government budget deadline for 2026? September 30th. Okay, end of the fiscal year. Okay. So, yep, September 30th. Right in time for the October surprise. And you know we're going to have a shutdown again. Trump is doing everything he can to ruin his chances in the election for his people. Already the Democrats, Antifa, the commie progressives, swept even in Florida. So they're getting their hopes up. Yay, our vote is counting. Yay, America is a democracy. Because we don't know how to read the Constitution, and we don't care about it anyway. Yeah, Islam are sleeper cells. They're overthrowing the government. So they're doing their thing to cause all this. Trump's on the case to stop them, but purposely pumping them up. It's a trap. They're too stupid. They think Westerners are stupid. And you are. Seriously? The hijab? And you, huh? So, you want asylum from your Islamic religious patriarchal sex abusers. Okay, we'll let you into America to be free from rape, child bride polygamy. We'll send you to Utah, because they don't do that anymore. Jesus repented. It's coming back. And so since the 60s, they've been spreading out all over the world, rising up in number, rising up in rank, taking over leadership, and then, yeah, October 7th. And so they had to retreat again when Biden failed. And especially under Trump. And so this is what they're now trying to do. Pump it all up for the midterms. See, Oakes thinks that he's at the top of the knowledge pyramid because he's the causation, orchestrating everybody else under him to do his will. And they suck at their job after 200 years. Nonetheless, want it done right, Oakes? Do it yourself. Come get me. You, Oakes. And I'll hear you coming with your walker. All I have to do is laugh at you to your face, and then you'll get all angry and have a heart attack and die. God. And so, yes, they deceived Westerners into saying that this is cultural, it's not religious. But the culture is the religion. The religion is the culture. Stupid Westerners. Yep, it's a symbol of their Islamic, religious, patriarchal sex abuse. Whether the women know it or not, they don't want them to know. They keep them stupid. That's how you can control people better, is by keeping them stupid. You know, like going to grade school and initially having them memorize and regurgitate on tests what you want them to learn. Sort of like the scripture study method, scripture mastery study method that the church experimented with in the 80s, 84 to 93, when it backfired on them. And so also in the 90s, psychology in the public school system got the teachers forced to stop grading kids for test taking. Pass or fail. Did you show up for class? Ooh, you participated. Here's your participation graduation trophy. Sticker. Go on to college now. Oh, the University of Michigan is now requiring freshmen to get a pass-fail now. Caving to these sensitive snowflakes who need emotional support animals, popping the drugs of big pharma through their therapist. Yeah. So, Islam. They're not communists. Yeah, they stole the symbol of communism, or communism stole it from them. But they are not peaceful. When you have a sword in your flag, yeah, you're not peaceful. You can't lie to dumb Westerners that much. There's a line where even the dumbness of Americans will catch up to you. You know that line. Nonetheless, that's what they've done to America, and it failed. And so they're now regrouping, as Trump is allowing Iran to do. 40 trillion. Dear God. So, blueberries have now been added to the list. I saw you had blueberries, Oaks. Did you get explosive diarrhea? I warned you about that. Was it Publix? With an X for porn. Pornographic blueberries. Frozen. 90 million people under heat alerts nationwide. I'm back. Moses, let my Mormons go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell all Oaks, let my Mormons go. I got the keys. Let them go now. 90 million people under heat alerts nationwide. Arizona, Maricopa County, 587 deaths. There are Mormons there. Mormons died. Oaks. Good color coordination, dear. Touch of pink. Yeah. The glasses, the shade, the rouge, the lipstick, gloss, whatever you girls call it these days. With the little swiggly Colorado River. It's actually the Grand Snake River. Don't know if I've been part of that one yet. She's reporting that our satellites are collapsing and failing and therefore falling to Earth. Now, fortunately, this is not that big. Mostly burn up in the atmosphere. Oh, whew. But still, satellites are failing. So any satellites that you're dependent upon for streaming service, satellite companies they still have those satellite phones. See, Steven Seagal was using satellites. So, over 40 trillion today for the national debt. When Trump took over in 2017, the national debt was at 19.9 trillion. It doubled. And so since Biden only had a one term, Trump had two. Not even 2.5 or 1.5 yet. Yeah, obviously Trump is pumping it up. Pumping it up. And I remember the arguments. Oh no, the debt ceiling. Congress needs to pass an extension on the debt ceiling. Congress needs to expand the debt ceiling rather than pay off the debt. Live within our means, which used to be the Republican platform. Even though the money all went to the war effort anyway. Yep, Trump is preparing for war, guys. You're going to be forced to be brought in. Yep, those Islamists. Yeah, 10 years later after they come to America. Oh, now you have to be a part of the war effort in Vietnam. Oh, no, we don't. We're Islam. We're peaceful people. Our God doesn't allow us to fight in war. Hilarious. Stupid Westerners. So while the white boys were all fleeing into Canada, blacks were all joining Islam to be war dodgers. Draft dodgers. And I should check the origin of the Dodgers, my team. I think I would have done the research on that, but I couldn't do the research on that back in those days. Somebody have to tell me. So, 40 trillion. So here are all the guys who are pumping up AI, and oops, they're maxing out the credit cards to do so. Ooh, $1 trillion? That sucks. Over $1 billion from the UK, UK, well, Europe, for, which one was it? Was it YouTube or was it also Meta? But anyway, I just see the Google guy, that's YouTube. All of these guys are doing heavy investments. In order to invest, you have to go into debt in the hopes that you're going to make your money back. And so they've been purposely pumping up the stock market in the hopes that they can make the money back for all of their investments. But they don't want to pull it all at once. They want to be able to take a little bit out at a time to pay it off over time. But when there's nothing there, lying to people about it, saying that it's going rogue, when it was programmed to go rogue, which means it's not rogue, it's a malware virus, hacking people. And it's gonna lead to consequences. So again, with 40 trillion, deadly blueberries, they look black to me. Hallie Jackson, E. coli risk. So yep, other people go to usdebtclock.org too. And I noticed they cut off the part where Musk was involved with the little gambling thing on his X advertisements. Dear God. And so yeah, I've seen the changes that Trump has made over time. See, the USA Treasury Reserve, that is fairly new with restitution. I'm supposed to be getting $87,598. I haven't seen a single penny. Oh, the check's in the mail, Trump? I thought we don't do checks anymore. You just do a direct deposit. That can be done real quick and simple. Where's my 87,000, Trump? Because originally you put on the doggy thing. We've saved so much money from doggy. I'm not seeing a single penny of it. Oh, you now made the penny obsolete. Oh, okay. So now the penny is in the clouds. Oh my God. So yeah, Trump 20 trillion in his first term, Biden with 27 trillion. I'm trying to work with K-pop Twiggy and Snowflake and Twinkie, getting some ice cream, working together on these things. And then I conquered Medicaid. I learned something naughty about Biden from Cox. Cox said that Biden is not so good of a Democrat as Democrats think he was. Like Obama, that was also part of the scandal of Afghanistan and other scandals. Biden as well, despite being set up by Trump and Stephen Miller for Afghanistan. Cox threw him under the bus and said that Biden was working with Utah to get an ICE detention facility here. So the ICE detention facilities was already being contemplated under Biden, not just Trump with Walmarts, spelled backwards, martial law. Under the Obama administration, where everybody thought Obama was going to do it. Yeah, both sides working together against Americans. It's a trap, America. All of this is a show, a dog and pony show. They just had the ugliest dog contest and a pug won. Cute little pug. Not ugly. So yeah, I don't focus on government stuff. Only touch on it when it impacts the church, or the church impacts the government. But I could have been doing the same thing about the government and Trump, because Trump makes an appearance in the Book of Mormon. Not just 1 Nephi chapter 1 verse 4, 3 Nephi chapter 7, Jacob, huh? The amazing journey of Baron Jacob Trump. 36 trillion already, huh? Haven't even got to the halfway mark. Yeah. This is what you guys need to pay attention to that the news is already shocked about. I'm trying to tell you. Not listening. 36 trillion from 20 trillion in his first 4-year term. Biden increased it as well. And now Trump, oh my God, he's almost doubled it. They're destroying America. Each state is supposed to take care of themselves. That's what Trump was doing with tariffs. Getting it to where governments say, screw America, we're having to rely upon ourselves now. And instead, judges step in and tamper. Countries end up forming coalitions. Delay. So $2 trillion for Medicare, and that's why they're wanting to destroy it. $1 trillion for the Pentagon, $1.6 trillion in Social Security, and that's why it's about to go bust. And oh my hell, KSL. Guys are just puppets with no honor and integrity to do actual investigative journalism. KSL was the only one reporting this. Gee, the one owned by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints that brought over the Nazi psychologists after World War II by the CIA with Operation Paperclip to the asylum in Provo. This is the asylum. The big one. The original. They just made it into a new building rather than using the old one still. It's not a hospital. It's an asylum. The very thing I've been warning of as it's all hitting the fan. The employees, the psychologists, therapists, care counselors are all going to prison for rape, murder, not just drugging. Hayden is dead now because she was drugged. DEA is now investigating. Psychologists are bullies. They're Nazis. Duh. They name, call, and bully you. You're mentally retarded. Yes, you are. Denialism is the first sign that you're mentally retarded. Hand over your lunch money, kid. Make sure your insurance can pay for this. They got the government to give them protections. Doctor-client confidentiality, huh? But they're not actual medical doctors. They're frauds. All of their diagnoses are outward judging. You look like a mental retard. Here's some drugs from Big Pharma that's giving me a kickback. Oh, and yeah, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints invests in the stock market for both psychology and Big Pharma. And surgeon generals, medical doctors are coming out saying, don't drug kids. They're kids. They're not mentally retarded. They just act like it. They're kids. And it's just heart-wrenching. Because when treatment centers get shut down, psychology in Utah try to build multiple more to replace the one. And then they try to get more people into the BYU educational system to put in more employees to fill the employment for the new buildings. And then more people get shut down and locked up in prison. Charlie Hildebrandt, lest we forget about her. And the church fired and excommunicated Natasha Helfer. In case any of you forgot about her. She was preaching medical science in her sessions. Can't merge science and pseudo science together as one, because you pseudo it the whole way. But nonetheless, the church doesn't want you to include anything of science. You're out. Porn. It's evil of the devil. Women need to cover up and hide. Be shamed and guilty. You're addictive and you're harmful to children, women. That dress is a little too tight. You're porn. And in steps Oaks for his porn talk. They're now demanding more beds. Well, they've got no more room for more beds. So in other words, what they're saying is we want an expansion. We want to be larger. But it's also horrifying that there's a wait list. And that's why they're saying we need more beds. But this is how companies make their money. This is how Gail Miller and her concentration camps of hell of human trafficking. We shut down the Rio Grande shelter, where there was a massive long line of people outside who couldn't get in because it's overflowing. Over 1,000 beds. And so, Operation Rio Grande, the homeless crisis in Utah. Tying it all back together. Yeah, legislature. Yeah, Jesus inspired me as to how to fix the problem. We're going to all lock them up as criminals. Force them to go to the drug court or the mental health court. Nobody took you up on that offer, huh? Except for a few tokens that you pushed in the press. Oh, look, we got a person who confessed to their crime of homelessness. They're going through the mental health court because we tricked them into thinking that they're going to get a bed. Government funding, a bed. It's just like being in jail. And so, yeah, that didn't work. The homeless scattered like cockroaches all over the valley. And up north and down south. Making it everybody's problem. You had them zoned, and then you ruined it. Brilliant intelligence in the legislature. And so, yeah. Then they said, okay, fine. We'll make 3 shelters for Gail Miller to launder money back and forth to the church. Get those Joseph Smith papers going and get rid of Sandra Tanner. And And yeah, 3 buildings, that's more than one. 700 beds total. So wait, you're short 300 at least from the other one that wasn't enough. And then, oh my hell, they skyrocketed. They now surpassed 4,000 homeless in Utah. And then they try to say all is well in Utah by saying they dropped a dozen. Oh, the homeless numbers are lower. They're lower. Oh, this is great. It's lower. And the homeless are lowering. Record-breaking number of church members. Record-breaking number of singles going to institute. Record-breaking number of missionaries. Cooking the books. Cooking the books. So yeah, that's all the asylum of Utah is doing. They caused the problem, escalated it to be a major crisis, to force the government to make the changes to make the problem worse, while they profit off of it, aka the laundering to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. God. Lake Powell. As I'm parting the waters of Lake Powell, dead bodies have been found. People's crimes are not being covered up anymore. So maybe that's Sister Powell. Or is she Sister Cox? It's Josh Powell and Sister Cox. I can't remember her name at the moment. Maybe they finally found her. Did you check the islands with her Walmart boyfriend? No? So Cox reacts after ICE facility plans abandoned. Not quite. Not quite. This is still MAGA Utah until the election when Islamic commies will prove to Trump that we're blue again. Back in the days when we were the KKK Democrats. I just cringe when I see people talking about the history of politics in Utah and the church's impact, and getting the different sides, Democrats and Republicans. Oh, the government forced us to split, and so the state of Utah and the church, and the west side was the one and the east side was the other, and that's how they had to vote. And then you gerrymandered districts, didn't you? God, just shut it all down. Dear God, there are consequences coming. I don't know, one more week. Can it happen in a week? I don't know. It's just for Oaks. Still got to get to Zion. I can't do anything until after the fall and the transfer of authority. Oaks is really pissing off the great polygamous God in the sky. Curse of Joseph Smith, guys. Dear God, I showed you the chart. I had to readjust it for Oaks' birthday. I need to remember to bring it back. Forgetting after his birthday. Files get moved. Things get lost. So, yeah. God, what a dumbass. See, there's a level of knowledge. See, we the people at the bottom don't know the big picture. The press report all of the things that come out that they're told to regurgitate. Very few actually investigate these days. And so if they could just get all of their reporting together and investigate, they might see a bigger picture. They might see a bigger picture. You know, showing the debt from Trump's first term, Biden, and then, you know, that they know how to do this. They've got the archived information, but they're just not doing it. You know, today they've already forgotten now. They'll be hidden in the archives until they hit 41 trillion. Next week. Because the higher up we go, the faster it goes. Say in the beginning it's slower, but the higher up you go, the faster it goes. Click, 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 click. Dear God. The funny thing is, the church could pay off the debt instantly. I tried all different ways to get Trump to listen. He didn't listen. And so bleep Trump. Tried to save his life, and he doesn't want to be saved. Just like Mormons. It's like apostates. What the hell, guys? And so, yeah, Governor Cox, he's the governor. He obviously was put in because of the church. Church wanted him in, he got in. And he burned Utah to the ground. Consequences. But at least Cox didn't flee the country to go to Brazil. He actually went and visited the sites and ruins. And the church is making him pay for the damages. The state of Utah, the taxpayers of Utah are having to pay the damages that Oaks caused. God, there's nobody getting this. And so Cox, dear God, he clearly does not know the bigger picture. He is a lapdog. He is given orders and he has to do them. So with Tyler Robinson, for example, there was no reason for him to get involved. The UVU, the police department, does the investigation and proceeds in their city court for the charges. Now, if they find that it needs to be aggravated murder, okay, then maybe it should escalate to the state level. But Governor Cox is the governor. He's not the prosecution. He's not supposed to touch this. You know, the state police, sure, they will make the arrest, bring them to the state prosecutor, who will then determine the charges. But there's no reason for Cox to step in and tamper with the case and botch it and let the actual assassin get away. He was told to do that. Immediately rushed to tamper with the case. And he too is in contempt of court, being exposed in the court case of going around talking about it to control the narrative. We got him, suing the death penalty. So the question then is, Does he know who the actual assassin is, or did Oakes just tell him to tamper with the case? I mean, the Strengthening Church Members Committee. Something is coming. Whoa. Cox reacts after ICE facility plans abandoned. Well, I saw them on the maps. Just nobody using them. And so, Fox. You know Dan Evans, right? Isn't that his name? Mormon. Was in the stake presidency. Has it been 8 years now? You've been moved out? Because usually it's 8 years for stake presidents. So they covered when John DeLynn got excommunicated. That was their video footage that they were using to show that John DeLynn is not a Mormon. He's been excommunicated by the church. Huh. Isn't that interesting? And apparently a couple of people were cold, having blankets around them. Most are in jackets. Bunch of sensitive snowflakes. What's that white stuff on the mountains? What is that? I'm horrified. Utah is putting all their stock in El Nino now. Will El Nino give us the greatest snow on earth again? Fix all the problems that Cox caused by orders of the church. You have weather girls, you're not utilizing them. So, yep, there's a little woman. Apparently she's still with him despite all the sex scandals. Sarah. Sporting the green outfit, flipping me the middle finger, girl. What are you doing? Why are you flipping me the middle finger? With their left. I noticed Devin had to actually write again because when she was wearing the pink, because it was the red where she had it, right? Or is the red one the longer one? Which one was? It's been so long. It was last week for Oakes' birthday. But yeah, I noticed when again she had a short sleeve dress, not there. So yeah, she marks it with marker. It's not a tattoo. And she just does a little quick thing to show, but I guess they caught her again and they had to shut her up, silence her, just saying, I love you in words, Dad. Dear God, Cass, oh, you suck. But Sarah, what's with the middle finger? You trying to show off the new nails that you got? And you went in for crime investigation, too. That should be right up your alley to investigate the church. And yet you get all gushy, except for Gilbert, where you had to stay 100 feet away from him, and his wife was also in the room to protect him. If she's that insecure about her husband, after all those kids, the marriage is in trouble, Gilbert. Marriage is in trouble. Dear God. So yeah, the damage is $44.9 million here in Utah. Estimated potential FMAG reimbursement $18.2 million. That's less than petty change for the church. Church could easily foot this bill and fix Utah. Estimated state fire costs. So $63.1 million. Church paid more for that for the curtain and stuff. And then Babylon Fire, I already told you it was out, but have to continue to monitor it to make sure no flare-ups occur. And so officially yesterday it was declared out, 100% contained. Monticello. Maria Monticello Bello. And then there was the filing for, this is, yeah, ICE running away and hiding from Utah. But, yeah, again, these are private things, even though ICE, but they were trying to see about getting a private funding, just as they do for all these other incarcerations, get private contractors to do it so they can make money off of humans. It's just pure evil. And then Lindsay Ertz. Senate President Adams threatens to sue critics. Ooh, like the church. I wonder where he got that idea from. Where did Senator Adams get the idea to sue critics? Yes, he's Mormon. Obviously, he's going to follow the living prophets of Jesus' example. You can't sue me. I'm a senator. I'm the president. Senate president. I'm the good guy. Nobody ever threw a party for me. Pretty soon, the women at the office started looking better and better, and my family started looking worse and worse. And before you know it, boom, I had orgy sex with Sister Homewrecker Mendenhall and the Scout Justice. Could only fire the Scout. Well, we got a Mormon in place. 3 Mormons. One of them was the church lawyer. This is the Joro spider. It's native to East Asia. Ooh, you mean China? But is invasive in the U.S. Exactly. It was first spotted in the U.S. in Georgia in 2014. China is our enemy. We are under attack. Cyber terrorism, bioterrorism. This is another form of bioterrorism with invasive species. They've already been busted for trying to corrupt our crops with a bioweapon. They've been in America trying to steal information. Our big tech companies gave them big tech information and now have used it to spy on America and hack America, cyber terrorize America. We are under full attack by China. They're our enemy. Why aren't we nuking them? Why aren't we at war with them? Well, because they got big bucks. The massive slave labor of Chinese girls allows us to make lots and lots of money. To not need America when Trump does tariffs. Yeah. All the products that they sell to us are all poisonous and harmful to children, like porn, women. They bring over their people as sex slaves to work in the massage parlors. And in Utah now there are more massage parlors than there are McDonald's restaurants. So you can get a happy meal and then go get a happy ending. Yeah. China's been buying up land in America. Utah finally put a stop to it. No, we need that land for more temples. Yeah, they're plotting an overthrow of our government, just like the church. Just Russia, just like Islam. People aren't getting it. So yeah, Terrell Farnsworth, Mormon boy elite, pictured tampering with camera. That was Candace's video. This picture was from Anna's interview, showing the video clip of Candace. And of the dumbassery that he did to go and take the little CD, whatever, the SD card. Just horrific. But that's the same footage that Candace Owens had obtained and showed on her channel. The shot from behind. She showed the video because no blood, so it's not graphic. The shot did not come from in front of Charlie Kirk. And yet, for some reason, this guy is wanting to cover up and hide and tamper with the evidence. But it did eventually get into the prosecutor's hands, because they showed it to the judge. And the judge, being a newbie and a Mormon, protecting the Mormon prosecutor, even though he had no choice but to hold him in contempt of court but not punish him for it. Because he's a fellow Mormon. Any other judge in any other state of the union, and if we go outside, oh my God, guy would lose his hands or his head. But nope, just goes on his record. Defending the church by prosecuting an innocent man who's merely an apostate to the church. All to turn Utah into a target for attack. That's the bigger picture, guys. Oaks is doing a clash on purpose. Religious freedom. Back off and let us run the state of Utah. That's the whole point of 3 Nephi chapter 7. That's the whole point of what Trump is doing by gutting the federal government to destroy it. To have the individual states, not just countries, run themselves independently the way they want them to be run. And so Trump doesn't go after the MAGA states. He goes after the blue states. Whether they're called Antifa, whether they're called progressive, whether they're called commies. Dear God, just stop. Because that's what's in Project 2025, now Project 26, and they're preparing for Project 2027 if this fails. And they'll have one for 2028. for the election, 2029. Can Trump hold out that long to run for a fourth term in office? I've now been president 4 times. There's only been a handful of those, have there? 4 terms in office. Let's see if we can find out. It's got to be nearing the end here. Raindrops keep falling on my head. I don't know about the things I once had said. Nothing's left for me. What are you freezing for? You're doing so fine, or better previously. And you don't want to cooperate? The new cyber terrorism. Freezing rather than buffering. Only one U.S. president has served more than 2 terms. Roosevelt. He did 4. Wow. U.S. term limits is the website. Fascinating. So that's why they ended it after him. No more than 2. And it's only because he passed away in April 1945. Just after 1 year. Is that what's coming for you, Trump? We are at the end. Alrighty. So, cover everything we wanted to cover. Ehud, Oaks. It's coming. I know you've got your agenda. I know you purposely want to cause the murder of all mankind. Gotcha. So I knew that the consequences of what you were doing were going to result in deaths, but to actually find out that you were actually intending to do it. So this, we get to bring up closing argument. Mens rea and mens actus. Actus reus and mens rea. I have to read it from the script because I don't memorize. So, actus reus literally means guilty act. Oaks confessed to the act of Armageddon. And he is actively involved in causing it. He's planning it, he's orchestrating it, it's his. He confessed. That's the physical element of the crime. But mens rea refers to the guilty mind. It's his criminal intent behind his actions. And so I knew that his actions were leading to further crimes, as the original leak of "We're going to cause Armageddon," running a test run. But then in July, that I found out yesterday, that Oaks has a guilty mind. He has guilty minds for other stuff, but I found it for this one now. got more than enough to convict Oakes for genocidal murder. Genocidal murder. The human race. That he intended for people to be sacrificed. And that was just for the test run. This is it. So the casualties are already higher. This is his criminal intent. Premeditated. Forethought. Planning. The level of culpability and blameworthiness is high. That's why this is bigger. Curse of Joseph Smith. This is going to be a massive fall of not just Oakes, but the church. He is running it into the ground. And that's the big question now. Does he know of the consequences for what he's doing? Or does he want to do it and wanting to play dumb on what the consequences are going to be? His articles of incorporation say that, hey, we're winding up and dissolving the church. But if they can get away with it, there's no need to wind up and dissolve the church. He can reign with blood and horror on this earth. And I didn't get to do that video, but I gave you the thumbnail picture that I would have been using for it. There's too many elements to put in there that will take me too much time to make the video. That this video is shorter. And I can do a brief thing with just the temple clips, throwing them all in there, but, you know, if my audience, who are new, are as special as the Strengthening Church Members Committee, which is a high probability of yes. Nobody will catch it without further explanation and further applying in our daily lives. But dear God, Oakes, all of these scriptures, Curse of Joseph Smith, Signs in the Heavens, translation, and it's just me who has the Spirit who caught all this. Everything is being brought in against you. This is it. And you're still going to go down in flames, huh? Okay. Unfortunately, this is going to be put out too late, and they'll let it wait until Monday. That's a big mistake. I told you guys, you have to pay attention even over the weekend. But you have to wake them up. Travis did a video! One more week. 7. 7, 7, 7. You ready, Irene? You're also going missing. So yes, I see the flank maneuvers coming in on the church, caused by Oakes. I see it. I see it coming. And I think the title is just going to be The Murder of LDS Girls by the church leadership. Oakes. Thumbnail of Eglon. This is the most complicated thing in the world. So I don't know what happened yesterday with those 2 videos. I don't know what's up with that. So we'll check it one more time. But I'm in Seriously. I expect it to be still below 50. The YouTube Mormon employee finally had to come in off hours to shut me down. Seinfeld, cleavage etiquette with Denise Richards. Okay, well, it is over, but not by much. They're claiming here 56 views for the second one, official church statement. 52 for the 36-minute one of Mormons betrayed. So yeah, they finally shut me down. Ooh, we're at 5.7K. Yeah, so officially 10.6. Yeah, 56 and 52 on this page. So I'd have to sign in and check the other analytics to see a more accurate numbering. So yeah, I was shut up. Because that was double. And that's usually how I know. That's how it used to be in the olden days. And then in the end, I'd get over 1,000 views regularly. And that was them shutting me up back then. God. Can you imagine the damage I would have done to this church had they been unable to shut me up? Dear God, we would not be here right now. Yeah. So yeah, this is all they can do to me, commit crimes, to shut me up. They're incapable of being good and true, so therefore they have to cheat, lie, commit crimes to get their way. Self-fulfill their self-fulfilling prophecies. And I say these things in my name. Here I am, rocking like a hurricane.